The key to true endgame content in Calamity lies beyond the dungeon spirit. After defeating Poltergast, the player begins their journey to defeat the 4 horsemen of Calamity. Inferno mode makes these bosses extremely difficult, but much more rewarding after finally getting the kill. What I will be showing you today is my journey on how I defeated endgame Calamity as a ranger. So, without further ado, let's get started. We start with the first horseman, the Devourer of Gods. This boss is one hell of a skill check and will test your tenacity as a player. There are many different items that will aid your fight during the Devourer, but I have a trick up my sleeve, and this involves abusing the adrenaline mechanic. You see, adrenaline provides an immense boost of damage, that is 200% damage. This bonus is multiplicative and is applied after all other damage increase modifiers, such as from potions or accessories. This means that it is a much larger damage boost rather than just adding the percentage damage to your total damage bonuses. At this stage of the game, Omega Blue Armor is available. This armor set bonus grants you Abyssal Madness for a few seconds, which boosts your damage and crit chance by 10%. Knowing what we know about adrenaline, I will be abusing this to have a huge burst of damage during the fight to mitigate how long it will take to kill the Devourer. I need a total of 36 Reaper Teeth to craft a full set of Omega Blue Armor, as well as my weapon of choice, the Monsoon. So, off to the Abyss I go to farm Reaper Sharks. After finally getting enough teeth, I decided to take a look at my accessories to see what else might be available, and there is one accessory that can greatly increase my survivability. The Devourer does an immense amount of contact damage if he directly impacts you. You would only be able to tank 2 of his hits before you were dead, even if you were at full HP. However, Infernum adds a unique boss called the Bereft Vassal, located within the underground desert. The boss is available to fight after defeating Moonlord, and one of the items he drops is the Cherished Sea Locket. This accessory will greatly reduce the Devourer's big hits, but it can only tank a few hits before it needs to recharge. Since I will be killing the Devourer as fast as possible, it will be a great help to my survivability. With all my gear up to par, it was time to build the arena. And this is going to be a huge arena. This time, I didn't forget my arena buffs. Everything is ready to go to take down the Devourer. Let's get started. Many attempts later, I was finally able to take him out. With his loot, I was able to craft better gear and got ready to take on the next horseman, Yharon. There's quite a few different items to craft with the defeat of the God Devourer. That is, of course, Godslayer armor, as well as the Amalgam and the Rubico Prime. Using the Amalgam allows me to drop my Master Ninja gear, as the Amalgam provides a dodge as well as additional benefits that I would not have with the Ninja gear alone. I will also be using the Nebulous Core dropped directly from the Devourer. This allows me to tank an attack that would have otherwise killed me with a 90-second cooldown. I chose Rubico Prime as my weapon because it has guaranteed crit as well as a higher crit multiplier. It fires slow, but since Yharon is a fairly large target, it will be easy to consistently hit him. Yharon dashes very aggressively, however his moves are very predictable. After enough attempts, I was able to memorize exactly when he would dash and when he would not dash. I already have a large arena to work with, and I have no more gear to make. It's time to take on the Jungle Dragon. With Yharon defeated, it was time to delve the underground and collect a lot of auric ore to craft my gear for the Exo Mechs, the next horsemen of Calamity. As you would probably expect, the Exo Mechs in Infernum mode are a lot faster attacking, and their attacks deal significantly more damage. I personally find Thanatos to be the most annoying out of the three, so because of this, I will be borrowing a weapon from the melee class for Thanatos, the Dragon Rage. This weapon does an extremely high amount of true melee damage and covers a large sweeping area in close proximity to the player. Even with no melee accessories or armor, it will still make very quick work of Thanatos. This is because Thanatos is a worm boss, meaning it has many different segments that can be hit simultaneously with the Dragon Rage. This will yield an absurd amount of DPS and will kill Thanatos in just a few seconds. For the rest of the Exo Mechs, I will be using the Drateliornus? A bow craftable after the defeat of Yharon. But before we can take on the Exo Mechs, it was time to start farming auric ore deep within the underground. I would also need some bloodstone to craft blood flare armor. After a bit of farming, I got what I needed to take on the Exo Mechs. Let's get started. Hold on just a second. Yeah, so I guess my Exo Mech kill footage got lost, so I went ahead and killed the Exo Mechs again, using pre-mech gear. Sorry about that. Okay, let's continue. With the Exo Mechs down, that only leaves one final hurdle to overcome: Supreme Witch Calamitas. The Exo Mechs drop Draydon's Heart, an accessory that, in my opinion, is completely broken. Not only does it yield a lot of defense, it also replaces the adrenaline mechanic with nanomachines. Nanomachines charges over time just like adrenaline, but you do not lose progress when being struck. Instead of providing a large increase of damage, it will heal you for 360 HP over the course of 2 seconds. This allows you to make many more mistakes with minimal consequences, as now you have 2 large healing abilities, nanomachines and your standard healing potion. The weapon of choice will be the Magnomaly Cannon and the Dragon Rage. I'm still using the Dragon Rage because before the actual boss fight, Calamitas summons a worm boss that you must kill for Calamitas to become vulnerable. Since it is a worm boss, the Dragon Rage will make quick work of this. The Magnomaly Cannon will carry the remainder of the fight. So, enough with the delay, let's finish this.